Hello friends, welcome to the Trading Temple channel. Today we're going to analyze the Bitcoin chart as well as the total market cap chart and the dominance charts for both Bitcoin and Tether. As you can see on the screen, this is the Bitcoin chart. After a long time, Bitcoin was finally able to break through this medium-term trend line with a very nice candle. We had predicted that Bitcoin could enter this liquidity zone, take the liquidity that exists below these two lows it had formed here, and then move up. But it seems like that's not going to happen, and Bitcoin, with rapid momentum and several strong daily candles, has surged upward and is currently broken through this trend line. As you can see on our chart, it has crossed both the 50-day and 100-day moving averages together with this very beautiful candle. We predicted that when Bitcoin approaches this short-term resistance, it would run into trouble. It had a slight pullback for a few hours and went down. But with the candle it has formed so far today, it managed to cross not only the 50-day and 100-day moving averages, but also this short-term resistance and the mid-term trend line all at once. For now, this candle still hasn't closed yet. It will close in a few more hours, but with the movement it has had so far, I doubt this candle will come down and close in this area. At the moment, Bitcoin's situation is very good. If we switch to the 4-hour time frame, we can clearly see that the volume has been very high. This is exactly the volume we had been waiting for to see if this area is the bottom or not. You can see that the volume has increased significantly in the past few hours, which has caused this trend line to break sharply and move up to test the next resistance. What matters for Bitcoin right now is that it's approaching the next midterm resistance. This resistance could cause Bitcoin to make a slight pullback. It's possible that Bitcoin comes down to this area and has a short-term pullback here and then goes back up again. In this area, it's very important for Bitcoin to hold this support level and to hold the back test it's doing on this trend line. In these conditions, the likelihood of Bitcoin going up is very high. If Bitcoin comes to this area and then drops down and can't hold this support and the price makes a small bounce and re-enters this trend line, it will cause Bitcoin's price to drop a lot. I hope this support level holds, but this support level is really critical and needs to hold Bitcoin's price. Here is where Bitcoin's fate will be decided, whether it can move toward its all-time high or not. There's also a chance it could break through this resistance entirely and go up, and the backtest it does might be on this support. For now, we have to wait and see what happens. On the daily time frame, we analyzed that the RSI is nicely sitting on a trend line we drew. Right now, you can see that this trend line has been broken and it's moving up. This trend line breakout is very good for Bitcoin. As you can see, we've managed to maintain bullish momentum on the RSI at the 40 level. And also, if we take a look at the MACD, we can see it's gradually turning green, which is really a bullish sign. We're not 100% bullish yet. For now, we're about 50 to 60% bullish on Bitcoin. This candlestick that has formed is a very good one. It has broken through the trend line, the resistance, and the moving averages, and has moved upward. In the 1-hour time frame, as we mentioned, a gap has formed here, and there's a strong possibility that we'll see a small pullback here towards this support. As I said, this support needs to hold. If it holds, there's a strong chance it can move toward the all-time highs. If it doesn't hold, things will get really bad. This is very important for Bitcoin. Let's move to the total market cap chart. For now, Bitcoin's situation is okay. Let's look at the total market cap chart without Bitcoin. In this section, we can see that the support we talked about has held for now. It was really important for this to hold. We predicted that there might be a liquidity zone in this area where some gaps could go down here, take out that liquidity, and then bounce back up. But so far, that hasn't happened. We can see a gap here, and the price has formed a very nice head and shoulders pattern on the 4-hour time frame, which is very bullish. Now, it's almost confirmed that with this candle, we've had a breakout in this area. The price might reach this area, and we could see a pullback. Hopefully, when it gets to this area, it will most likely form a flag, and then things could look good for it to move higher. If it goes to this level and can't hold here, that is, if the price sharply reverses downward, it becomes dangerous. But if it can reach this area and form a flag, it's very bullish and could move higher. And this is the total market cap excluding Bitcoin. Yeah, the total market cap for coins that are ranked above the top 10 on CoinMarketCap. You can see that it's near this resistance which has caused a pullback, and it's formed a double top here. And what's interesting here is that right now in this area, we can also see a gap, and it's getting close to filling that gap. In this area, it's also possible for the price to go up, form a flag here, and then continue its move upward. But everything depends on Bitcoin's situation. Bitcoin is currently around $117,000, which is very good. It has performed well, and as you can see, most coins have gone up about 5 to 6% today. The conditions are very good for crypto today. Then we said this is a head and shoulders pattern, and it's very likely it could break and go down. But as you can see, in this section, the price didn't confirm and had a good bounce to this trend line, and now it's testing this trend line. If it gets rejected here and goes down, it's very good for altcoins. We had predicted that these dominances would go down. Just like in this section, it's very good for altcoins. We have to see what happens to this chart in the next few days. Bitcoin dominance itself is now close to a short-term resistance. As you can see, it has filled this gap and touched here twice, but so far it hasn't been able to break through. Again, it's getting rejected here. You can see that it has almost formed a double top, but it hasn't been confirmed yet. Not until this low that was made here is broken and it goes down. It's also very important for it to get rejected here and move down. If it goes down, it's very good for altcoins. In the next move, I think if it loses this low, it will most likely drop down to this purple box. We had also talked about Tether dominance, that it had formed a very nice head and shoulders pattern in this area. When this dominance goes up, it's not good for altcoins at all. When it drops, it's very good for altcoins. In this situation where it had formed a head and shoulders here, we had predicted that it could break out, but the breakout that happened filled this area and the gaps that were here, and now its price is dropping sharply and going down. So far, it hasn't been able to hold this support level. In my opinion, with the current situation, it might go even lower. If it goes lower, it's actually better for altcoins and the whole crypto market in general for Tether dominance to decrease. For now, it's good that it's breaking and moving below this support level. That was today's video about Bitcoin and the total market caps. I'd appreciate it if you like and subscribe. And don't forget, trading is never 100% and everything is based on probability. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor and this is not financial advice. Until the next video, goodbye.